All the links you need to join my chat or take action on the course or the mentorship are here. Otherwise, click that Twitter link to private message me. How's it going, YouTube? It's Louis Crypto here. I'm back with another Bitcoin update for you all. I made 2 Bitcoin updates last week. On Monday last week, I think we were somewhere over here, and I was expecting this to act as resistance since we were below the EMAs. And when we're below the EMAs, we're in a downtrend, guys. So any pumps up, expect it to be a correction up. But then we also understand that after this rejection and coming down, this is also a pump up and this is a correction. So there are chances of a break down or a break up. So we're simply waiting for either. We will scale down to the lower time frames. But what I must say before we move on from the daily time frame is that while we are underneath these moving averages, their expectation is downtrend continuation. And all that is holding us up at the moment before a retest down here of the 200 EMA is this wick support, which is previously a wick resistance at 26,500. Not only this, we can see when we penetrated through this resistance, we met a new swing high, and after forming this new swing high, we returned to the old one to form a new swing low. And if we were to lose this, technically speaking, we would target 200, correct? This is holding up this potential uptrend, but at the moment the immediate trend is down until that point, which could fling you back into an uptrend. But when we're looking at a swing high and forming a new one and then flipping the old swing high and swing low, technically speaking, if we were to lose this swing low, you should come back to the old one, which would be somewhere in and around this area. So anywhere between this wick over here, you can even say this, until down here. So it's quite a large area. And as you can see, it is below the 200 EMA over here. So it could be a wick down and come back up. I'll be here to guide you through it. Don't worry, I have already mentioned in the past how there is a CME gap down here as well, which would technically be the target, as well as it also being a rising wedge over here that we've broken out and retested over here. So technically speaking, the target is the bottom, and we also have some confluence there being the CME gap out of this rising wedge. So we need to see, will targets be met? Although we have the gaps there, although we have the target of the rising wedge there, this is what's holding and deciding that trend. So the 200 EMA, we need to see what the reaction from there is going to be. We can see in the past over here how we actually did not listen to it. So at first we had a bounce, then we lost it, and then quickly reclaimed it. So could that be the case again where we do actually lose it and reclaim it? Let me know in the comment section down below what you personally think. Please do like this video if you haven't already, subscribe, comment for the algorithm. We're trying to grow this channel, and if you can share these videos, that's much appreciated, as it will get out to all your followers. Now over here, as we zoom back in, the reason why we're still holding this area of support, as the first time we dumped from this 28,900 location, that is exactly where we found support. And you can see there are some wick rejections that actually didn't touch the green line, so for that reason you can draw a box somewhat like this. I'll make it green for you, so we know it's pretty much an area of support. But yeah, we're waiting for that green line to be cleared. On the 4-hour time frame, if we scale down now, we can see that price has been accumulating. And in the last Bitcoin update, somewhere at the end of last week, during the week, we were mentioning this key area of resistance. I had marked out this resistance over here, but then we got given this new wick that has 2 wicks to either side. So of course we can see the price actually did break above it, but failed to break above this wick. Now if you've been tuning in and been a subscriber and tuning into my HBAR updates, this is a very similar thing that happened some weeks ago. Let's go to HBAR. So over here, yes, correct. So we were given, if we go to the daily time frame, this really weird wick in which we came actually all the way up to the top of it. So you can see before we were using this area as resistance. There was somewhat of an area over here as a resistance, and then we made this new wick over here. So that's why I drew this line on the top wick and the bottom of that same candle. We can see that we retested the top but failed to break out because we were under the moving averages. This is what we got going forward. So I'm now going to go back to my Bitcoin chart. So yes, finally back on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, and yeah, we set this new wick high. So what you need to do is put a support there and a support right there, and you can see it's played out exactly like that HBAR fractal, I guess. So the expectation is that this is going to be lost, but what we just need to do, we can't say, oh, it's 100% going to act like HBAR, although at the moment it's literally done exactly as HBAR did. We made this new wick, we filled in that wick, we failed to break out, had a wick above that as well, then we came back to the support. Now waiting for that support to be lost, as we are under all the moving averages. So that's why if we're checking out HBAR, what happened on H bar with this exact formation over here. It did actually continue to new lows. So I do believe that at some point we're going to lose one of these, this green or this orange box. Now this orange box is serving as like a midpoint until the range high over here. Remember at the beginning we said this was our new swing high, and we returned to this swing low, changed this old swing high into a swing low. And this is essentially our midpoint. We can see when we hit the top here, we did find some support on this midpoint, as well as here, some resistance of a W, but then using it as support, then back into resistance. So at some point, guys, I do believe that one of these two is going to be retested. So if we're getting a breakout to the upside, I do believe that this will be retested, which is 28,300. But equally, a breakdown is going to come back down to this wick, 25,700. And as you're below all these moving averages, I would technically expect a break of this low. So if you want to profit along with me, then join my Discord community. You can also join my become a member. So all the links you need are in the pinned comment section and description down below. And if you want to join my community, it's through this membership level. Or if you simply want to become a student, and I will show you some results over the weekend. If you want to become a student and be able to become a self-sufficient trader where you don't need to rely on anyone else, join the course or the mentorship through this link. Otherwise, message me through my Twitter. And if we briefly head over to the Discord right now and go to the trade results, we can see that over the last weekend, so here there was some, looks messy, but if you're not understanding it, this is why you need to join the community and take action on the course or the mentorship. And we as you can see over here, we had AMA trading injective, and targets were met. And so here was the trade itself, 200% with 30x. Then we have Isaiah over here, longing Pepe with 36x, profiting 277%. Here are some other meme coins like Ladies, where people are profiting huge amounts. These are stop loss hits. So I'm guessing this was a stop loss hit over here from Glyph. And yeah, some incredible trades over the weekend. Look at the dates, guys. 19th, 20th. Over here was what, the 21st. And yeah, that's pretty much it from over the weekend. So you guys know what to do. All the they are discounted at the moment. So yeah, just message me on my Twitter. But yeah, all the links you need are in the description down below. That's what I meant. So yeah, just message me over my Twitter. Make sure you're following me there anyway. Now, heading back to the daily, we can see that this yesterday's candle actually closed as a shooting star. So the expectation is you can actually fill in this wick, but the expectation is as long as you're below this daily time frame wick from yesterday, 27,300, we're not getting that uptrend continuation. We're actually going to continue lower. So that would be that wick right over there. We know this anyway, because as we came over to the 4-hour time frame, we did what we did over on H bar, and we set out these two resistance and supports on this actual doji or killer candle, whatever you want to call it. It has larger wicks to the upside, so you can argue it's a shooting star, but it doesn't matter. It's just showing you indecision. Doesn't matter the name. But when I see these candles, I draw support and resistance. We're simply waiting for support or resistance to be lost. We are currently at range low, so technically we should go up. You could call this even a double bottom. So we are accumulating, but this can all be lost. You see how this over here, this whole area is a higher low, higher than this low. So this is why I'm led to believe, if you have been following my Bitcoin videos from literally last year over here, we had a high low at 18.6k. We also had a high low over here and a high low over here, and I remember saying if we lose this area, we're losing this low. If we lose this high low, we're losing this low. If we lose this high low, we're losing this low. And so the same thing, just again guys, same here, we're losing this high low or whatever, then we're going to continue down. So the same thing over here, we have our low, we have a higher low, lose this higher low, and we're definitely going lower than this low, and that could be the retest of this 200 EMA at about 24 to 25k. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, all the links that you need to take action on the course or the mentorship, or just become a member down here. The membership levels, course and mentorship is over here. And if you want to take action on the discounts, just private message me on my Twitter. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe and comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.